Hello everyone, I'm Debbie Polachek. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today we're going to be making a pop-up card, and let me show you what it is. I did a cute little belly band with a tutorial how to do the bow. It's a little bow that I've made out of cardstock, and our bee that's on the front. This is with our stamp set Honeybee. Beautiful stamp set. It's got beautiful paper too, but I think it's just it's going to be over with, I believe, at the end of this month. If you order $50 worth of product, you get the paper free. It's got some beautiful paper with it, but if you don't, you still can make this card, and I'll kind of explain to you in the video how you could do it without the paper. But anyway, that's a cute little belly band to go on the front, and all the fun part is on the inside. It's a little area there with the little bees flying up, swarming all around his little beehive. And I have a place for a sentiment and a signature here on the bottom. Anyway, if you are interested in learning how to make this card, just keep watching. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I started off cutting about 10 to 12 of the beads and 7 of the flowers and 1 of the beehive. And there's a link below for a video that will tell you how to use the Stamparatus to line up your stamps and dies fast and easy. Bees, I'm going to use mango, dark mango melody and light mango melody. I'm going to start off with the light. And just paint the whole thing in the light. Go back with the dark. Just paint the outside edges in the dark. And if you do that very fastly, or very fast, it'll blend by itself real nice for these little bitty images. And for the little flowers, I chose Highland Heather, using the light and the dark. Okay, for these I'm going to go ahead and fill in the whole flower with a Highland Heather. Then come back with the dark right at the base of each one. That one's complete. I added a few things. I got some paper from that same collection, the little bees. Now, if you didn't have this, you could do anything. You could just stamp on flower on some white cardstock and just color it in. The reason I did that because this set doesn't come with purple at all, any purple pieces, so I just made my own by coloring theirs. And again, I used the light heather on this one, the light Highland Heather. And I just you know, colored in with those. And this is a piece that is no, 5.5 by 8.5. I can't even remember. Scored at 4 1/4. That's where the 4 1/4 goes. And this I cut at 8 1/4 by 5 1/4, and scored it at 4 1/8 instead of a quarter. Or you can just take it and fold it down the middle. Then I also cut some strips of the heather cardstock, and this is a 3/4 inch strip. Cut the full length of a cardstock, which is 11 inches. Then I cut and colored 2 more of these strips, and these are 5 1/4 by 1, and I used the flag tool and the center tool to do my flag ends here. I'll leave a link below to that video. It shows you how to make the tool to make flags. Then I took my took one over here and I marked it at 2 inches on each side, and I took my punch and I went into the center of that 2-inch line and went about halfway down on my cardstock or my designer series paper and just punched on both sides. Then I cut a quarter of the for instance, it's just some paper, but you know, like a quarter of this out of the 2 ends. I did that 2 times. Now I also cut a slit halfway through the 2 areas, and looks like they're both on the same side. Now I'll take my 2 slits, put one flag one way and one flag the other way. Oh, I have to put one flag this way and one flag the other way, and put my 2 slits together so they cross over and make one like that. Now I'll take my glue and just put a dot of glue there. Hold it. And hold it. Now I'm going to take a little piece that's about 1 3/4 by 1/4 of an inch, a little strip of the same cardstock as that one, and I'm just going to wrap this around and glue it on the ends side here. Okay. Now I also cut out the bee, and I think I got 3 of these, of the honeycomb in black. These are all cut out in black. I also cut out some of the crushed curry cardstock. I cut out 3 pieces that are 2 by 4 1/4. Gonna fold it in half. Take my bone folder. That needs to be clean, it's sticky. And then I'm going to flip this over from this corner to this corner. Now this cardstock's really stiff, so you have to manhandle it. And go ahead and sew that one. Now I've got a mark here at 2 inches apart on my grid paper. And I'm going to go ahead and give this a little mark on this side of this. The point that I folded from is on this side. So I'm going to give this a little mark at this 2-inch length, and this a mark at the 2-inch length. Now I'm going to take my snips and I'm going to cut a straight line from one to the other. This makes a pyramid. We're going to use this to make a pop-up card. And now I did 3 of these. I don't know if I mentioned that, but we got 3 of them exactly the same, except the same way. Okay, and another thing we will need is I got some thin strips of window sheet, and these are about 1/4 of an inch, even a little less. And I just cut mine at 3.5 inches, but I think that's going to be too long, so we'll see as that goes. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these and I'm going to go ahead and glue about, I think I'll glue them a few going up off the deal. Sometimes I'm going to probably go down with it. Make him go down instead of up, even sideways. Now I'm going to also take my little bee and put him in the center of this. I'm going to use this die and cut it out of the scrap of that crushed curry. Oh, I said crushed curry. I actually used Daffodil Delight. It really doesn't matter though, whatever yellow that you have on hand. And just cut basically the center out of it because that's all I'm going to be using. And I'm going to take this. I think I'm going to just make little pencil marks. At the base of each wing where I want to do the cutting. I'm going to cut the legs off too. Now I know I need to cut on the inside of each one of those little pencil marks. Not much though, because there's not much of a thing to glue it to. Now do I want to cut the, yeah, I think I want to cut his little antennas off too. See how that fits. Oh, it's got glue on that. That's why it's giving me so much trouble. Okay, go ahead and cut a little bit more of this off. Now, get the yellow behind that. It's even cuter. I still got glue on there. It's probably enough to actually glue that down. Now I'm going to stick him in the middle of that. And that the amethyst is good on there. I mean, I keep calling that amethyst, but the heather is good on there to keep it all together nice for you. Try to get him as straight as I can. Okay. But this is going to be our belly band to put on the outside. Now, and let's go ahead and do the front of the card first. What I think I'm going to do is just do something simple on the front, and I want something that's lighter than the black, of course, and that would show up against all of that. And let's see if this would work. Well, this is not, yeah, this might work. The gold kind of takes away for the cute little butterfly though. That's okay, but I'm not that crazy about it. Maybe we can do the ones with all the bees. Or even the stripes. Oh, the stripes are cute. Yeah, the stripes are real cute. Ooh, I like the stripes. I think I'm going to use the stripes, and I'm going to go make them go up and down. And this is the bee side. Oh, the bees are so precious. But I'm going to go ahead and use the stripe. I do like the stripe better. And so this needs to be, looks like 4 inches, a ½ inch smaller than each one of these. So that's, yeah, 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I want it to go up and down, so I need to cut this at 4 inches. I like the belly bands for pop cards because it kind of keeps it all together. And it's a good way to decorate your card without going through a lot of trouble or taking away from the inside. That is so pretty. God, I hate, sometimes you just hate gluing this pretty cardstock. I'm just going to center that on the front. So far, even if you don't have the paper, because I know the paper is probably going to be discontinued at the end of March, which is this week. So, and now I'm going to wait till I get this all finished on the inside before I make my belly band. If I made my belly band right now, it would be too soon, because this is going to thicken up with all the stuff that we're going to put on the inside. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue this down to the center of this card. Score it. I'm going to take my honeycomb, my first honeycomb, and I'm going to put the pointed side towards me, and I'm going to put this towards the back, almost all the way to the back. Let's see. I'm going to fold it like this in half. Put it towards the back. I'm going to glue just this one square here. And I'm going to glue it pretty darn good, because these things take a lot of wear and tear. These pop cards do. Especially when you play with it for a week or so before you send it off. I mean, you got to make sure it works, right? Now I'm going to take on the inside, again, this inside triangle, and put some more glue. And again, glue it pretty good. Not a whole gob of glue, but most of the area. See what I'm doing? I'm doing it very thin, almost all the area. Then I'm going to take my card and I'm going to just close it down on that. Press it all real good. Now you got part of your pop-up done. Next you're going to take another one. Again, with the point towards you, and you're going to glue this one right here to the end like this, and you're going to glue that to the paper. Stay clear of that. Stay clear of that fold line. Now we're going to fold that down. Put the glue on this side. Now your card opens up like that. Okay, next we're going to do the same thing. Point towards you. And we're going to put it here, just like we did on the other side, but the opposite side. Fold it down. Put the glue here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let that sit for a little while. I'm going to take my, I guess it's a honeycomb, and take it and fold it right down the middle towards inside itself. Nope. Yeah, inside itself. And I'm going to fold it back the other way. Okay. An exact way to do it, probably that would be it right there. Go ahead and mark it inside of here, inside of here. Now you know where to put your glue. All the way up to the thing and see what happens. Yes, I think that worked out pretty good. Now, I'm going to kind of stick this in there. See how far I can go before my bee sticks out of this thing here. So I know right there I can put my I can put my the end of the acetate or the window sheet. I'm going to go ahead and hold it down with my finger. I think what I'm going to do is run the glue all the way across. You know what actually would be real good on this instead of the glue is a glue dot. So I think I'm going to switch off to glue dots on this. So just go ahead and take your glue dot, close your card almost all the way to, put your B upside down and make sure that he's within the boundary of this card and squeeze. Now when you open up, he's in there. Now I'm going to take another one. I know the ones in the front right here will stay this way. When I start maybe doing some other stuff, it might need to be on both sides. We'll see when we get there. Okay, since this one was pretty good here, I think I'll go ahead and try this one here. Only thing is, I did that on the wrong side. So what do? You put your glue dot on the same side as your if not, it won't stick. So I'm going to cut this one down a little bit. So I don't want that thing to stick to the other side and not open. So you put your glue dot on the same side that you have your B. At least on these you do. Okay, so I'm going to take confidently thinking that this is going to work because it worked on the other side. So if it's shorter and it worked on the other side, it should work on this side, right? Yes. Now another thing might be a good idea is take some powder, your powder tool, and powder the inside of that in case you got any glue so it doesn't stick any other place than what it's supposed to. Now I do want to use this. I don't know if it'll work. No, it won't work, so I can't use it, I guess. It was good in thought. So we chunk this. We won't be using that. Not on this part of it anyway. Okay. And this one. It looks like it can be just needs to be a little bit shorter than the strip that I cut. Another glue dot. Again on the side of the bumblebee. Put this down. Yep, and he fits in there fine too. Okay. Ain't that funny how this one is shorter than this one? And that one didn't stick out, but this one did. So that's kind of strange, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get my sentiment cut out. Now, where do I want to touch on my sentiment? It has one that says, thank you, celebrate every moment, hello, thinking of you, sweet friend. Oh, that's cute. I think I want to use that. Thinking of you, sweet friend. And I'm going to put that on just some, how would that look the best, you think? It's a small little sentiment. We're going to have a little room to write our name on here, aren't we? So how would that work out the best? Let's do a little die. We'll do a little die with the sentiment. And let's see what die we're going to use. Let's see what we got here. That would be good. Need some white cardstock. Okay, that's that. Now for our belly band. I think I'm going to take some glue. Go ahead and cut this off. So it's overlapping about 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, and that comes off easily. Okay, easy, but hopefully not too easy. And I'll just stick my little, it really needs something else, doesn't it? What is that something else that it could use? Maybe, I think a little bit more of this. The same die I said I used before. Probably the bigger one right here. And put it back there. I think that's what I'll do. I apologize for not being one of those crafters that has a whole list of things that they need and all that stuff. I'm just not that kind of crafter. Once I make something one time, I really don't want to make it again. And have all the waste either. So anyway, that's why I don't tend to do that. I like to be able to make it one time. Now sometimes I do have to go back and make it again because I messed it up so bad and the video is so bad that I have to do it again. But I try not to do that. Okay, I'm going to center this in up as much as I can. Sit down. Okay. Now I'll put my belly band back on there. Now I'll put my little, oh, that's much better. And glue him down. That's the end of my long video. If you enjoyed the video, I wish you to give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you need any of the products from Stampin' Up, I would appreciate your orders. So there's a link below for all that. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.